today I watched Michael, one of the most anticipated films of 2026. It's the biopic that tells the story of Michael Jackson. Half of it is like the story of and Michael. This movie follows the from Michael Jackson's story from 1966 to 1988. It's apparently supposed to be a two-part movie. Apparently the original cut was 4 hours, but because of that, it was too long, and they had to cut some parts. And there was some controversies, of course, with like Michael Jackson's life, of course, of like legal stuff. And apparently, the estate apparently refuses to show drama issues with him. I had to look it up, see that again, if that's true. And apparently part two is gonna be focused on the rest of his life, which will be kind of a little scared because it'll be interesting to see him like when he, I guess like pale skin or like when some of the controversial stuff like happens, some of his legal stuff. And I'm really, really worried about if the movie's gonna end, that sequel would end with Michael's death, because I'm not prepared, because I would not be prepared for that to be depicted on film. Um, but let's talk about Michael, the movie. So, of course, like I said, this biopic about the life and career of Michael Jackson, where he's started off as a member of the Jackson Five, which is a band consists of other his siblings, like older ones, and has a complicated relationship with his father Joseph Jackson. And then he decided, and early on in his career, his life in the 70s and 80s, he decided to want to do his own thing beyond just being part of the Jacksons. And that's where his peak of his career started, with like Beat It, Thriller, and Bad, amongst many others. Um, and Jafar Jackson plays Michael Jackson, and Jafar is his nephew, which is kind of cool. And apparently this movie got 27, like a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't read reviews, but that was a crazy score apparently. Um, so I was kind of a little worried going to this film. Today I went inside to watch it, and I gotta say, I thought it was good. It wasn't a full on great masterpiece, but that was good. I feel like the movie didn't have too much about with Michael. Pretty much most of the movie is about his songs. Which makes sense. You expect the movie Michael Jackson to focus on the songs a lot. But there was some lot of unfortunate issues with his in his life in this movie. Like, of course, in the first act, with like him as a kid has a bad time with his father, is when first singing that workout on stage, and then Joseph kind of gets abusive with him. His they have a very complicated father and son relationship in the film, and apparently Michael knows that he didn't like his father and tries to fire him. Like when he gets older, when he tries to do his own stuff, and really interesting how things played out in the third act. Apparently, I will not give away any spoilers, but I really thought the father and son relationship in the film was very interesting to know about Michael's life. That his father was not a fully great man, honestly. And also interesting to know is that Michael had apparently had pets, like animals like giraffes and like chimpanzees. I thought that was funny, where he showed the chimpanzee, the Neverland, Peter Pan stuff, which is also the name of the infamous documentary Leaving Neverland. Um, and I really thought the fortunate part in the third act about what happened to Michael is very intense. Honestly, a moment that I had kind of heard about it, but I kind of forgot about it. But something that happens to him, I guess, kind of messy, honestly. And kind of surprising to know that he apparently had plastic surgery when he started to become bigger in his career, but and he apparently got a bigger fake surgery on his nose and his eyes. That was kind of interesting to know. Um, and so yeah, there was some. This movie has a lot. Told me a lot of things about his life, like early on in his career, of course. And I want to talk about the movie. How are you talking about them? I want to talk about Jafar Jackson's performance. I think he's really, really good in it. He sounds a lot like Michael Jackson, like a lot, like when he sings, like beat like Billie Jean or Bad. It really feels like Michael Jackson is still around, or something like it's still like Michael Jackson is in him, like he like Michael Jackson's still around or something like that, cause you can hear like his voice sounds a lot like him. Like man, that's crazy to hear, and I really don't think his singing skills are perfect. I'm really curious to what his career holds in like in acting and beyond Michael Jackson. Wonder what he would do. And I really love his singing of Bad. I thought that was very awesome, and I really enjoyed it. And I really like his outfits. The costumes, of course, is of Michael Jackson. That's very well done, and are very well designed. I really like them. I really like the recreation of Thriller. Thought that was very awesome to see. I really thought the scene where he starts dancing with all other dancers, like choreographers, before Thriller starts. I thought that was a very cool scene, and I really thought the scene where he signs an autograph to a kid was cute and like in a store. And I really thought Miles Teller as the manager was solid, honestly, and I really think Jafar Jackson was the perfect guy to play Michael Jackson. It's hard to choose another person to play him in a biopic. I know there were biopics before, but this one's the probably obviously gonna be the biggest one. Is the movie star is having a great opening weekend, which I expected. I expect this movie to make $1 billion. Like there's a high chance to that's gonna happen. Even if the movie doesn't have great reviews, it will do $1 billion. It doesn't matter if a movie's good or bad about the box office, honestly. It matters how many people see it or are interested in. And I really thought the movie looked amazing. I really liked the visuals of the movie, especially like in the tours. I really enjoy some of the moments in the film, like when the crowd like goes crazy over Michael Jackson, or like, and I really thought the kid who plays Michael Jackson is also insanely good, especially when he starts singing, and the people that were working on this song, uh, I thought they were amazed by it, and I can see that because this kid is also has talent, man, especially in singing, and knowing that people and a lot of the people think he's gonna be the biggest star in the world, which he was. I mean, I was born in 2008, so Michael Jackson was around, but not for long, unfortunately. By the following year, um, I was it sucks. It was really unfortunate that I never got a chance to see how big he was. He honestly, but yeah, so I got and I really thought I thought Michael was a solid biopic. I really thought is it, I really am very curious of what they do with part two, and yeah, I really enjoyed this song overall. So Yeah, let me know your thoughts on Michael, the biopic of Michael Jackson. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And peace out. Bye. Stay tuned for another epic video.